Not entirely sure why I'm Steve at the moment, but that's okay, not a big deal. Welcome back to Minecraft, everyone, where this time we get to become Tracer from Overwatch. For the two of you who don't know what Overwatch is, it's a pretty popular first-person shooter game from Blizzard, and we're going to become one of the characters from that and be able to use all of her super fancy killing thing abilities and stuff, and it's pretty nifty. So without further ado, why don't we get started? As usual, it's command block creation. Has 5 commands this time around, though. So I've got the first one pasted in. Let's activate it. And then the machine will spawn, but you'll notice that it's only like partially filled with command blocks, so it drops a new one in front, and then you need to paste the sequential commands in. So I've got the second one already on my copy paste, activate the command block again, and it'll slowly fill out the machine, and each of the commands are over on the web page where you can do the thing. So just grab the third one, activate the thing, it drops another command block, keeps on filling the thing out, grab command number 4, copy that, paste it in, activate it, boom, filling it out a little bit more, grab the 5th command, copy it, paste it, activate it, boom, and there you go. Now it's all set up. Overwatch Tracer by McMakistein. McMakistein being one of the dudes who make these fancy things, who's pretty fancy himself. It has a lot of command blocks. Look at this thing. My God. Anyway, so now it's all set up and ready to go. So first thing you need to do is you need to put down some obsidian, place an ender crystal on top of that, and then you're going to need to get yourself a good old nether star and an ender pearl. First off, throw the nether star at the ender crystal, and it creates this little yellow bounding box thing on top of an obsidian base. And then all you have to do from there is walk inside of the yellow border, grab your ender pearl, and put it into your shield slot. So I'm going to go into F5 mode just so you can witness the effect. Put it into your offhand, and all of a sudden, boom, your Tracer. This is pretty cool, right? Look at this. Look at this. That's awesome. That's so cool. So it's like a full-on custom model, and it can run around and stuff. And I thought was really cool is that if you're actually sprint jumping, it'll only actually do a leg movement when you hit the ground. So it can like detect, oh, you're in the air. It's not going to move legs. This is going to just, I thought that was just a really cool attention to detail that McMakistein also pointed out in his video. But I was like, dang, good job, dude. And then if you're just running on the ground, then the legs move accordingly. Pretty cool stuff, right? Pretty frickin' fancy stuff right there, huh? I think so. All right, so let's check out the abilities. Once again, they mirror what actually exists when you're playing Tracer in Overwatch. So first off, we've got the pulse pistols. They work just like a normal pistol you would fire. You right click and they start shooting. Shoots, I think, like 40 rounds in 1 second, and then it does a quick reload, and then you're back at it again. And it's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't do a massive amount of damage. Usually it'll take like a couple shots worth or a reload worth in order to kill a hostile mob. But friendly mobs, if you just feel like wiping out a bunch of baby cows, like a terrible human being that I am, you can do a bunch of those in just one burst. I'm just the worst kind of person, aren't I? So anyway, next up we have the blink ability, which is pretty cool because, well, when you switch to it and you use it by dropping the item, it actually updates the icon in your inventory to reflect how many charges you have on it. So you'll notice it going from the full 3 charges here, 2, 1, and fully empty and expired. So again, you can like combo this into things. So you do like blink, blink, switch to your pulse pistol, start shooting things, and then you can like blink again and blink again. But this is actually where the next ability, recall, comes into play. So the way recall works is it takes you back to where you were a couple seconds earlier. So if I go blink, 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 switch to recall, drop the item, boom, we're back to where we were a few seconds back. And McMakistein did this in a super cool way. Rather than it just being like a teleport, it actually mirrors the mechanics of the game where it kind of Tracer retraces your steps back and kind of does these multiple blink teleport things and then finally takes you back to your location. So you can do things like boom, 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 blink, shoot things a little bit, shoot things a little bit, and then you can recall yourself and all of a sudden you're back here and you're hopefully out of harm's way. So a pretty cool, well, I mean, that's obviously the point of it in the Overwatch game itself, but you can actually do that in Minecraft here, which I think is pretty nifty, right? So anyway, let's do like a full combo here, right? So we're gonna blink, 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 switch to our first item, and then boom, and then recall all the way back to here, and then keep on shooting at things, and not too bad, right? So here, one more time. So blink, 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 switch to our first item, shoot the cow, recall, it would have worked better if the recall was recharged. That has a longer cooldown time, obviously, than your other things. So just have to be mindful of that. So one more time. Blink, blink, blink. Use this again. Boom. You're dead. And recall. And we're back to where we were. Pretty cool stuff. So last but not least, we have the ultimate ability, which is called the Pulse Bomb, which is our 4th inventory slot here. Let's try to find a place where there are quite a few mobs. And this requires your ultimate meter to be fully charged. So you'll notice that circle there in the middle bottom of my screen. It's all purple, and it's indicating that I can use my ultimate. Throw that down, and it kills things within an AoE. It does a whole bunch of damage, and then you'll notice it's back to saying 0% at the bottom of the screen. So that thing will charge up just naturally over time with you doing nothing, but you can obviously accelerate it by actually killing things and doing damage. So let's do our little combo again, and then we'll accelerate the charge up to 10% now. So blink, 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 shoot you, and then recall all the way back. Woo! Pretty sweet. And now we're at 30%. So we can keep on using this, keep on firing at things, then do a little blink, keep on firing at you, do a little blink, keep on firing at you. And again, even though the pulse rifles are always out, or the pulse pistols, you always have to switch on over to the first slot in order to use them. If I right click while I'm on my 2nd inventory slot, 3rd, etc., it doesn't do anything. You have to be on your 1st inventory slot for it to work. So we're at 80% now, blink again, boom, take out the sheep, blink, blink, here, shoot the cow, and then recall, and now we're gonna use our pulse bomb right over here, boom. See, combos, freaking sweet. Nifty stuff. And here's just a little like 3rd-person view of it, just so you can sort of see how it works. Blink, blink, recall, pretty cool stuff. So anyway, that's all the abilities in a nutshell. Now, lastly, if you end up deciding, okay, I've had enough bloodshed, I've had enough carnage, and I want to go back to just being a normal individual, you can go back over to your Ender Crystal platform, just be within the yellow guidelines here. Just take a closer look at the model one more time, just because it's pretty cool. Gives credit where credit is due. It's a nice job on that. Look at like the spinning, the spinning thing in the it's anyway. All right, so if you want to go back to normal, we'll just go into F5 again so you can see it happen. You just want to grab yourself another Ender Pearl here, and you want to throw it in your shield slot again, and all of a sudden, you're just back to being Steve. Or preferably your skin, but for now I'm Steve for some strange reason. But that's that. So that was the Tracer command in Minecraft, or Tracer commands, because it was 5 of them. If you're interested in checking it out, trying it yourself, there's a link in the description. It'll take you on over to the page with all the commands. Make sure to like if you liked. Check out the playlist in the description for more command block creations and that sort of thing. You can destroy the machine, go back to the way things were, punch the Ender Crystal, kill the cow, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.